Welcome back, everybody. It's the Thanks for Rolling podcast. I'm Jeff Pallone, one of your hosts. I'm here with my co-host, Pat.
What's up, Jeff?
How's it been?
It's been great.
I feel like we haven't recorded in a while.
Yeah, it's been about a month.
Yeah. And we have a returning guest. It's our first returning guest.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm honored.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Big Fight Mike. How are you?
How's it going, guys?
Live via satellite.
That's right.
Live via satellite. I am live from RCS Studios. We have been grinding to get ready for our Tex Johnson seminar this Saturday, and we're going to be filming an instructional with Tex also. So we're going to be loading that up onto the streaming site.
Yeah, man,
once we're all done.
We're excited to have you on because you guys have a ton of stuff going on. I think, the last time you were here was a couple weeks before your big event with Mason Fowler and Chris Shigoli. That was on the 19th of January. We're recording this on the 16th of February, I guess. So a little under a month ago. Obviously, we were pretty happy to be a part of that. Exciting day. How'd it go? Like, take us through your thoughts on, as we look back on that event.
Oh man, it was certainly a whirlwind. But really the fighters made it such a great event. All the competitors were so game. They really embraced the feeling that, we're all here to put on a show. And of course we all want to look good, but this isn't, these aren't life or death matches. These aren't world championship matches. And I was really glad how they all kind of embraced that attitude. And some of the showmanship was really next level. I was excited about it.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. Bottom to top of that card, I don't think there was a single boring match. It was so much fun to not just, participate, through the commentary, but it was a blast just to watch it. Front row seats.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good jiu-jitsu to watch.
You guys definitely had some of the best seats in the house.
Right.
But you guys did an amazing job running the events. I never get to see the matches. I never get to hear the commentary. I'm busy running around handling things. So after I got to look back on all the matches and hear all the commentary, you guys definitely crushed it. So
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
More than happy with your performance.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. I think we had a blast. Like Pat said, we had a fun time participating, but it was cool even just to, be a part of it with you guys. I think we feel pretty strongly about what you guys are doing from an organizational perspective. And then on, the icing on the cake was some badass jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many times during those matches we said like, "Oh shit, this was a banger!" Like you guys are getting after it, right? So it's great.
What do you guys think? What was your favorite matches?
So I have a favorite. I'm hesitant to say it because it was a quick one, but I loved seeing. We talked about this after the fact, right? Like I love to see the difference in like high level competitive jiu-jitsu, like world stage level competitive jiu-jitsu. Like Sean Yadamarco came out there and was like, "Oh shit, this is a different level of jiu-jitsu," right? And I don't mean any disrespect to his opponent, but like you could just tell there was a different level to that game. So like for me, like that memory sticks out, like that was a pretty quick match. He did what he wanted to do. One time they rolled off the mat and then got right back into the exact same position and finished the match the same way, right? Like
Yeah. For me, from an entertainment perspective, and I'd said this in our little pre-fight build-up we filmed with Nick, was the Justin Flynn and Junior match. Just those guys did such a good job building it up and selling it, and then of course went out there and had a great head-to-head clash.
Yeah, that was awesome. Do you have a favorite, or can you not say as the inside man?
I'm biased because I think Lev's my friend, and I'm a huge fan of Dylan Garofalo and what he's able to do at his size, at his weight class. So I think that match was absolute fire. Such a technical battle. And I know if I was caught in any of those positions from those two, I would have been tapping so quick. Yeah. But they were really going for it. So that was exciting to see.
Yeah, that was a fun shootout. And
Gabe no, go ahead.
I was going to say when we were in the middle of the action on that one, I think Jeff had brought up, at what point does does one of these guys have to change their approach and attack otherwise? Because they were both in on the legs, just straight up gunslinging shootout. And then it was Dylan who eventually, I'd pulled off my headphone. I was listening to his corner, and they were walking him through how to cinch up and finish that like inverted or reverse triangle that he had. And that was the difference maker.
Yeah. Yeah. That was really cool to see. And then I saw you did a little bit of training with Lev after the fact, right? I see some videos posted by one of you guys. Like you went and did a little work with him.
Yeah, Lev and I, we drill and we've always kind of been training partners for a few years. That's why I knew he's kind of like an unknown guy on the competition scene, but I know how high level he is, and I knew he could hold his own with Dylan. You know, there wasn't a doubt in my mind. So yeah, we trained a little bit after the fact and kind of ran through some of the things that were frustrating him about Dylan's game. And I definitely made note of those so I can use them against Lev in the future.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, Dylan's a beast, right? I mean, we've seen him compete a couple times now, and I think we've seen him win in like 30 seconds before, right? So it was like when you see a big challenge like that go as long as it did back and forth with Lev, it was like, oh shit, we got a battle.
Yeah, usually when Dylan gets in on the legs, it's over right away, and Lev was right there defending, countering, attacking. Like I said, it was straight up shootout between those two and on the leg game.
Yeah.
Not where I want to be.
No, me either.
No. So yeah, I'm probably a little biased, but I think that was my favorite match, looking back on it all. But all the blue belts really came out and showed up too, so that was really exciting. To see them, and then I think Gabe and Zane, that was a cool clash of styles to see such a high level leg locker take on an MMA guy. And I mean, Gabe was a madman. Some of those leg locks he was rolling out of. Yeah, that was crazy to see.
Yeah,
you guys did some good matchmaking. It was fun.
Yeah. Nick really, he knew the MMA guys really well. I knew the jiu-jitsu guys really well. So we were able to come together, and yeah, there are a few matchups I probably wouldn't have do again, but I think probably 95% were awesome matchups. We're really happy with.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to you both, man. It was, not just the both of you, everybody, I guess, who was participating in it, Caitlin too. Like it was top notch, man. We had a good time. The matches were great. I think, the fighters had a good time. Looking forward to it again. Right.
That's good. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it. I know all the competitors enjoyed themselves. Even, some of the things happen with the ref here or there, but I mean, everyone at the end of the day was in good spirits about it. And I mean, we're just going to get better. That's really, that's the worst event we're going to put on. So it's really, the sky's the limit from here. And we're just going to keep raising the bar higher and higher. So yeah, I hope the other promotions are ready for it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, all those little aches and pains, they're all resolvable, right? The ref issues, whatever. I mean, you just take note of that stuff and implement changes the next time. Easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're noticing now, having our own location, how much easier it is to start kind of controlling all that.
That's gonna change everything for you guys. I think you have control of so much more.
So a good segue, Mike. That was a way to lay it up to us. So talk to us about the new space.
Yeah, so we signed a lease starting in February. We have a 3,000 square foot space in Providence. So we're going to be running smokers. We're going to be running tournaments. We also have access to a 10,000 square foot location in the same building that we're going to be utilizing for our large pay-per-view events.
Oh, nice.
So it's all going to be right here in this one building. And I'm really excited for Nick, video production wise, to see what he's able to do once he's set up in a studio. Because he's been producing really high level stuff, really with baseline equipment in programming and setup. So I'm super excited to get this spot built for him, and just to give him the opportunity to come in, flip the lights on, and get his creative juices going. Because before there's 8 hours getting everything to the site on the venue before Nick can even begin to think about the video production. So it's going to free him up a lot, which is great.
Yeah. Well, and most of the time, gyms and venues are some of the most challenging environments to try to shoot in. So him having the ability to have a set, control everything he wants to control, the sound, the lighting, the setup, the seating, it's going to be so much smoother.
Should be a lot smoother. The lighting is really big. I don't know anything about video or lighting or photos, but I see what gets produced at our events, the videos. I see the difference in the photos when the lighting's right and when it's not. And yeah, that's one huge thing. We're going to set up some really advantageous lighting, not just for Nick in his photos and videos, but for all the competitors, that want to get their own content, get their own matches on video, stuff like that. We're going to really focus on having good lighting, especially in the competition mats.
Mm-hmm. And when it's set up right, it really draws the attention to the matches that are going on, or whatever the showpiece is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mike, you had posted something, I don't know if it was early this week or late last week, where a bunch of people had submitted questions kind of about the space, right?
Yeah.
Was there anything there that you kind of wanted to shout out? Like, I know people had asked about, like, or you had mentioned at least, like, you'll have warm-up space and, anything you kind of want to hype up about the space as it gets to some of the bigger shows and whatnot that you're putting on, or even events?
Sorry, Jeff, you're breaking up a little.
I was just
You're
asking.
Gonna have to repeat that question for me.
I was just asking, like, if you had, some people had submitted questions last week. I think you had posted an Instagram question, and some people had asked about kind of just the space in general. So I was just curious if there was anything you wanted to kind of shout out about the space that, people should know. Like, I know you had said, like, we'll have warm-up space, for example, when we're doing the big events and whatnot. Anything else that kind of sticks out that you want to talk about?
Yeah, so we're going to have a competitor's bathroom in the unit. It's got a shower. It's got a toilet, a sink, and, a little closet.
That's huge.
We're going to ask that no one take a number 2 because it's literally in the same room as the competition mats. So, but, washing your feet off or a quick rinse off. I know everyone gets nervous and wants to pee before the matches, things like that. So let me show it to you. There, that black door right behind me. So it's literally right there. It's going to be right off the mats. We're going to have a full snack bar. Caitlin's working on that. So I've been talking with the taco place across the street. They got the good street tacos. So we're probably going to order up like 100 tacos, get them brought up here. Waters, Gatorades, adult beverages, just kind of personalize it, make it our own spot. We're going to have 2 competition mats. So one will be our traditional mats we have on the floor, and then we'll have our 18 by 18 stage set up. So we'll be flowing, trying to move things along quick. I know as a competitor, I hate waiting around. You show up at 9, and you're waiting around till 1 till your first match. So we're really working to avoid that, get guys in the door, out the door for their matches. And then, the big space it's big, it's beautiful, it's finished. There's an upstairs loft for fighters to warm up. We may even do the walkouts coming down the stairs. So there's endless possibilities over there.
That's awesome. That's really sweet. Yeah, really sweet. So you guys have a couple things coming up. You mentioned Tex Johnson. Is Orlando Sanchez coming to this event, or?
I would love to get Orlando up here to Boston. He's one of my favorites.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe we get Sean Strickland too.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, man, pull those Gracie Baja strings.
That's right.
I know, right?
That's right. You got the connections. Yeah, that's too funny. So you've got him coming up this weekend, right? Saturday. And then you have a tournament coming up in April, right? So, like, I don't want to steal the thunder, but give us a lowdown on that.
Yeah, so we're having a our next sub only tournament. The last one we had was last fall. I was in New Hampshire, and now we're gonna kick it off here. We're gonna try to do probably 3 or 4 tournaments a year down here, sub only. So we'll have gi in the morning. We'll have no gi in the afternoon. Yeah, I mean it's all going to be on smooth comp, so it's pretty straightforward stuff.
So this is an open tournament, right? Anyone can just sign up on smooth comp and come get some sub only matches.
Yeah, it's an open tournament. We're running intermediate and advanced divisions. Not really a beginner thing, especially with it being so heavy sub only. There's no points, no advantages. So we're trying to keep it competition white belts and up. We don't want anyone too new jumping in here. But yeah, I mean it's going to be up on smooth comp. It's $50, so the price point's really good. And we already have so much interest. We put it up a few days ago. I think we already have almost 20 people registered. So
great.
I'm excited to do gi tournament, gi sub only.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be interesting. It's not something you see a lot, but yeah, I think with the lapels and the collars, there's just, there's a lot of opportunity for submissions. So we want to give it a shot.
I mean, Mike, you could have had some gi sub only tonight, but chickened out.
I did chicken out. I'm glad I did because I would have been the only one made it all the way out there with Nick MIA.
We had
you guys probably would have ganged up on me or something.
We had talked about Mike coming out in person for the interview, and then we would just train after. And he said, "Are you going to bring your gis?" And Pat said, "Hey, I'm your Huckleberry." So, and I'm I'm more than willing to throw the gi back on.
I always have a gi kicking around.
Yeah. So, but Mike had things to do, so we'll cut him a little slack. Not like you have anything important to do.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So once we're done with techs this weekend, I'm going to have some free time. We do have the kickboxing event coming up in March, but that's more of Nick's baby. So
you're running those out of the new studio too?
Yeah. That'll be here at the new studio. So that's up regional kickboxing, Instagram. All the information's up on there. And Nick's actually, I think he's already planning second kickboxing show for May. So
Sweet.
We're going to try to keep it going every month, have something, whether it be a tournament, some type of striking smoker or a big pay-per-view.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So did I see that you're doing some some qualifiers for the pay-per-view as a part of the tournament in April for the next pay-per-view?
Yeah, so anyone who wins their division, obviously you got to win some matches. We're not saying a win by walkover, but if you come in and you win your division, then we're going to guarantee you a spot on our next pay-per-view.
That's a pretty good incentive. Y'all out there.
Yeah, and then actually we have an awesome main event. We have Justin Flynn and Tyler Gauthier. Both are 6-0 competing for us. I'll be candid. We've tried to throw losses at both of them, and they've come out with the win. So we really don't know what else to do but put them up against each other. Yeah. So that's really probably a pay-per-view level matchup that we're going to get at the main event Saturday night after the whole tournament's over.
Yeah, that's a fun match. I like you guys are putting some equity behind those two competitors. I was impressed with both of them last time out. And a little funny story. So the night before the last event, we had Chris Shigoli do a seminar at our gym, and he had the whole 10th Planet Long Island squad with him. And he goes and wraps it up, and he's like, all right, he asked me if I can set a timer. And he was like timing, he's giving everyone 5 minutes to drill and whatnot. And he's like, all right, set a timer. And then their whole squad just peels off their hoodies, and all the guys that are competing are just in and ready to roll. I'm like, you guys all have big matches tomorrow. I'm like, if anyone gets hurt here, it did not happen.
Right.
Anyway, Justin was the first guy that I rolled with, and dude is tough to kill.
Yeah.
He's scrappy.
Oh, yeah. So he won the blue belt division of our first event over a year ago. Mantaleon won. and I think he had only been training for about 6 months. And ever since then, super impressed. And I had a match against Junior, way back, same event, over a year ago. And I know Junior is legit. He's legit. So the fact that how far Justin's come in about a year and a half, super impressive.
Yeah. He gave me a really tough round for a blue belt. I was highly impressed.
Yeah, they're sandbagging down there in Long Island.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that.
They what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when I talked to Justin and I was doing like the research before the event, I was like, shit, you've only been training for like a year and a half or whatever it was, like 2 years, I was like, damn. Because I know he's out there killing it with people, right? So
I love his whole persona too. Like, I'm of the age that missed both of the Pokemon waves, but
yeah,
I mean, he's got his gimmick down. He sells the show. And he performs.
Yeah, he puts on a show. He's not afraid to be an exciting grappler. He doesn't play it safe. And yeah, I mean, the Pokeball with the 10th planet.
yeah,
it's perfect. It's perfect.
He comes out and rolls it across the mat.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
yeah. But then and you think his opponents are going to be mad and feel disrespected. But he's such a respectful, nice kid. Before and after the match, that I mean, all the guys, the 10th Planet Long Island guys, they kind of talk a little shit, but they do it the right way. Where they're promoting entertainment, they're promoting themselves, and they're not really disrespecting their opponents. So that's kind of a testament to Steve and Chris down there, that they're head coaches.
I think with those guys too, I mean, they're always getting after it in some way, right? Whether it's their in-house tournaments, whether other tournaments, they are competing.
Yeah, they compete against each other in their in-house tournaments all the time.
Right. Right. Constantly.
Yeah, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally agree. So when is the next big pay-per-view?
Second half of July. So probably third or fourth week. That's kind of a lull in the summer generally for everyone. So we're going to want to announce it soon so no one books vacations or anything. But yeah, look for it after the 4th of July. We're gonna get that going. We plan on having Mason back, and we plan on really focusing on some of the local guys, some of the local black belts. We hope to get Connor Berry on the card. We definitely want Jake Pilla back. We love to have Party back. Party's awesome. He's just got a totally great vibe.
Yeah,
congratulations
I love those guys.
to him too, because he's Cage Titans champ now,
right.
all the way up from Florida. So
that's right.
Yeah, he's on a roll. So
he's basically a New Englander now.
Party.
Yeah, he said he's a New England transplant at this point, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's our adopted son. So we'll get him up here in July. Hopefully, it's not cold. The snow's gone by then.
Yeah, hopefully it's not 3 degrees overnight.
Guys, gotta get Doomsday on that
second
card.
half of July.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our call, Mike. Is that you need to get some John Doomsday Howard on your card.
Oh man, we'd love to have Doomsday.
You hear that, John?
Maybe he's the next one for Mason. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be badass.
Oh, you guys might have just made the main event for me.
Yep, we'll take our finder's fee later.
Yeah, I'll help facilitate in any way possible.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, we'll get the ball rolling.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So you guys thinking all super fight format again?
Yeah, we're thinking super fights, and we're really going to push ticket sales as a way to kind of get these guys paid a little more. And actually, this one's going to be live too. So in July, we will be live. We're going to be playing with some events to figure the whole live thing out, how to do it, because we don't want people paying for a product that doesn't work or sucks, So we're going to be playing around with the video production and the quality to make sure we get it right for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, Nick had texted me maybe 2 weeks ago, was like just picking my brain about stuff. He's like, hey, do you mind if I reach out to you about this? I was like, no, man, we can go down the rabbit hole. So we went down quite a bit about it. It's, it's always cool to hear his master plans for things, right? So, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I don't really know always what his master plans are, but yeah, it's always nice to see kind of where his mind's going with everything because he is our creative, process.
Yeah.
His vision for the whole thing is inspiring. I think that's what makes a lot of people want to jump on board and be involved in any way possible. From the competitors all the way up to all of us helping out however we can.
Yeah, I didn't know Nick's background really when I got started and everything till him and I had some conversations, but it's nice that you got a guy who's been through it all, who came up in this MMA community in this area. Um, because it just gives you a good feeling in your heart that he's looking to do things the right way. He's seen promotions screw people over time and time again, and that really is the last thing he wants to be is screwing over competitors.
Yeah, that's number one, just integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've appreciated that. Well, honestly, in talking with both of you guys, right, that you just want to do it the right way and have, check those boxes with the fans and the fighters and, because it's too easy to be like, we're just going to do this so we can make some money and then move on, right?
Yeah.
It's too easy to start cutting the corners there and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Caitlin handles the purse. I suspect at some point she's going to demand we tighten up the budget a little bit because we just throw it all out there. We really do, and we kind of bank on it succeeding. But I think again, having our own spot is going to give us a plan. We're going to have systems and budgets in place for everything. So we're real excited for that. Definitely,
you can get control of your overhead. You're going to know what your costs are. It's not going to be wildly different every event depending on where you are.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, shout out to Caitlin for all the heat she was taking, right, as that front person, right, the first person you saw when you walked in the door there, right? Man, what a tough job that was. So shout out to her.
Tough job. Some issues with some tables and some seating and shout out to Sal, shout out to Ed, Team Link and Hooksit. He kind of helped us out by giving up his front row seats. We had some family members. They traveled from Chicago, and we're just trying to accommodate everyone. So thank you, to our friends and people who know us that were able to help us out with all that, because that was kind of an issue, a little blown out of proportion in my opinion. We got it resolved.
Yeah, it didn't take away. It was funny. So when we went back and watched the video, obviously, we're facing the mats, and we can't really see. We can see the people on the sides of us. We can see you ahead of us, right, at the timekeeper's table. And then during Jake Pilla's match, we were watching the video, and the camera, we see the reverse angle, and it's just a sea of people behind us. We were like, holy crap. We had no idea that there were that many people behind us as we were doing our thing. It was really funny. We were like, damn, there's a lot of people
Jake
there.
brought a crowd, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Jake could have packed the house himself. I bought 2 shirts off Jake because, we're super excited to work with him in the future.
Yeah.
I was saying to Jeff on the ride back, I could give away a free ticket to everybody I know and not have a fraction of that many people show up to watch me compete.
Right. I'm not nearly that popular. Yeah. My whole family would be there. It'd be like one side of that group behind us. That was pretty cool to see. We were like, damn, because we had no idea. Like,
that was awesome
from our perspective what the crowd was
like. I blown away with the turnout. Absolutely blown away.
You guys know how many you had there?
I think I don't. I'm sure Caitlin does.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. That place
she probably has her thumb right on that number.
Yeah.
Nick has all the subscription and pay-per-view numbers, but I don't know. It had to be around 400. In and out throughout the whole night. I'd say could have been 400.
Yeah, I'd believe that. And at least 4,000 drinks served.
Yeah. Oh, those bartenders loved us. They loved us, and we may go back to Michael's in the future because they were awesome. You start telling people you're doing martial arts and wrestling or fighting at their venue, and 9 times out of 10 you get the door slammed in your face. and Michael said they do weddings, and they were totally down to do it. So, yeah, we'll probably do something up there again in the future.
Yeah, that's nice.
A little bit of a different clientele than they're used to.
Right, right. But they loved it. They loved it. Even Michael, who I think is the grandfather of the two people we were dealing with, he was there, the old man,
Nice.
and yeah, he saw it. He was pumped. The music, he was loving it. He was loving it. So, yeah, great people over there. Great people over there. Michael's up in Haverhill.
Yeah, we'll put some links in the video for this to give everybody their proper shout outs. Yeah, anytime you can bring a whole crowd that's buying drinks the whole time, the bartenders are like, "Yep, keep it going," right? Like,
yeah. I mean, the bar line was out the door, so
yeah, no one got really out of control either.
Yeah, at least not that we were aware of, right?
Well, who's going to cause problems in that room? You know, there's 100 guys that can handle it. You know, probably 10 or 20, law enforcement officials in that crowd also. So, yeah, you'd have to be dumb to cause a problem.
The guy that kept tapping me on the shoulder and putting his empty drinks on my table was looking for a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, man. He's going to get trucked.
Yeah, exactly. Not just your friendly neighborhood announcer guy over here. Yeah, right? I looked over during mid-match and Pat's trucking somebody, right?
Yeah. Got him in a waiter suite.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. Waiter suite. There you go. So Mike knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Circling back to your point on your...
I think Pat's...
Oh, go ahead.
What was that?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think Pat's waiter sweeped me a few times.
Been liking the waiter sweep lately.
Yeah, he just was showing that in class fairly recently, so... Yeah.
I was saying, going back to your point about the competitor's bathroom earlier, I don't know about you, Jeff. There are many moments where I could have used the bathroom break, but I'm like, if I go and try to leave and stand in that bathroom line, I'm going to miss an entire match of commentary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It was too hot.
And it's also great for like a puke zone. Go hard, push yourself, because the bathroom's right there. You run off the mat, you puke, you're fine. So, yeah.
Yeah, there might have been
that too.
Yeah, I think you walked in on some of that.
There might have been some post-match puking going on in that night. Yeah, not from me.
Yeah, I'm a puker. Okay. I'm a puker, definitely.
Yeah,
especially like if I haven't trained in 2 or 3 weeks and I come back and there's some blue belts just pushing me hard. Yeah, yeah, I'm running to the bathroom, puking.
We got some guys who do that.
Shout out to Morgan.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say his name, but now
he knows who he is.
Now you put him out there. We'll put a little Morgan thing right here. That's pretty funny.
Just try to do it at your own gym.
Right.
Try not to puke when you're visiting other people.
Right. Or on the mats.
I've almost had those moments, like probably at Naga as a blue belt, go running off the mat. Thought for sure it was coming up, leaning over the trash can.
Terrible.
I was at Daniel Gracie in Northborough, and this was like right as things opened up after the pandemic, and they had an open mat, and I went over there. I hadn't trained in months, and I'm rolling and I'm tired, and then he sends his competition 16-year-old over to me. Oh, get a roll with this guy. And oh man, this 16-year-old put me through the ringer. And yeah, I was right out the door puking up my breakfast as soon as this literal kid was done with me. So
yeah, there are a lot of times when we roll here and I'm like, shit, these young kids are killing me today.
Endless energy.
Oh my God. I got 30 years on you. Please leave me alone. Leave me alone. These kids are killing me. Yep. Then I have to come back and smash them with some old man style later. But yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to you, Diego. Yep. Yeah. Are you able to are you still able to get like some good training and competing in, or are you feeling like this is taking up all your good time right now?
Oh man. So I recently switched gyms. I'm still like obviously part of Gracie Baja. I'm never gonna leave my friends there, but I'm training with Alchemy, just for geographic reasons in Clinton, with my professor over there, Igor. And so I'm getting a good 2 or 3 days a weekend training over there. I'm working with some of their competition guys to try to get their competition training kind of up to another level. as far as strategy wise, how to approach different types of matches, um, managing your cardio, things like that. So it's actually a really cool opportunity because I'm kind of getting to coach um, and train over there too. So that's great. I want to compete. I still want to compete. I still feel great. So as long as I'm training, I feel like I can keep up with these guys still. So I just turned 35 January 30th.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna keep competing as long as I can. I'm competing at the Gammon tournament that's out in Springfield near you guys. I think that's March 6th.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm over there in the Nogi expert lightweight and absolute divisions. So I'm hoping this spot here also gives me some more time to train, some more training partners. I know Heath Camara. He's going to be down here a lot training with me from Triforce. So hopefully it just expands my training and I'm able to fit it all in. But the promotion comes first. I don't think I'm going to be competing under my own promotion. So
yeah,
those days, me competing for RCS are definitely over.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if anything, it just expands your network of people, right? Like there's always, people from all over the place and just get to know them and go and work and different styles, different games. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we're a lot closer now to the New York guys, the New Jersey guys too.
Yeah.
We're excited for that. I mean, they could take a boat and come see us from New York, really. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I saw
right here to Providence.
Some of the other Long Island guys are even coming up for the April event too, right? I know besides Justin, or maybe I'm confusing that. But I think I saw them saying they were going to come up.
Yeah, so Pat Iceman, he's jumping in the absolute. He's our returning champion, so that's great. And yeah, I mean, we put Justin in the main event. We know that they're all going to come up with Justin. Just like the Henzo guys, they're going to bring a squad. To want to compete and come out and support Tyler too. So that'll be great. That'll be great. They're going to make the ride up. I suspect we'll have a lot of the guys from New Jersey coming up too.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half closer for him now, so that's great.
Yeah.
We're going to try to push some guys out there. It's still a little ways away. We got a bunch of shit coming up, but trying to wrangle a few guys up to go out and compete.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Well, you can sign up and register and pay later. So even if you're just thinking about it, maybe it's a good idea to get your name on the site. It kind of encourages other people to sign up when they see people in their bracket, in their weight division. So that's what I always tell people. You don't have to pay, but yeah, get out there, get it, out there to everyone that you're interested in competing. And, if it's working out, you're feeling good leading up to the tournament, it's $50. It's compared to other tournaments,
it's about as cheap as it gets.
Yeah. Cool.
So what do you guys got going on you got new mats coming in there? You said you're running 2 mat spaces.
Yeah. So, our ring is sitting in Caitlin's father's basement. And yeah, this poor guy. First time I met him, I was just carrying a boxing ring into his basement. How you doing? So he's itching to get that out. So we're going to try to get that out here Friday before Tex. That's what Nick wants to do. So that's what we're going to try to do.
It's not very many days left.
It's big. Yeah, it's big. It's heavy. And Nick's a bantamweight. So yeah, so that's mostly on me. So I'm going to try to get it here this weekend. If not this weekend, we'll get it here next weekend. And that's an 18 by 18 boxing ring. It's a platform. It's not a full height boxing ring. It's only about 1.5 feet off the ground. So it's kind of just like a step up.
Yeah.
A step down.
Yeah.
And we'll be running grappling on that without the ropes.
That's cool. So it's an elevated platform for guys. That's cool. Yeah.
Right. It's not a boxing ring where you're up 2, 3, 4 feet. No, it's just a stage. You kind of step up onto it. And we'll have the zebra mats around. in case anyone gets thrown off. But realistically, if you get close to the edge, you should be pretty easily be able to step off and then be restarted back in the center.
I don't know, Mike. I think maybe you put like a pit of fire around the outside. Like, you want to really wear some high level matches here.
Yeah,
like,
stay off the edges.
Yeah, just don't get burned.
I was thinking blood sport.
Yeah,
where they angle it.
Oh yeah. That sounds good.
I don't know. We'll see. We got to get it built and set up. So that's step one, and then we'll see what modifications you need to make.
Right.
But,
only at the final match, right, where they go up like that, so you can't run off. Yeah.
Flamethrowers.
Yeah. I'll be in for that. Like if you need someone to use a flamethrower during the matches, I'm in.
Yeah. We'll have to consult that. What's that show? BattleBots.
Yeah.
You guys ever watch that?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds
we'll
good.
Get some of those obstacles.
You might have to consult your insurance company too.
Yeah.
That might have to be an off-book event.
There'll be a post-lim.
Yeah, like the CJJ.
Yeah. Right. Which is
you signed a waiver.
Yeah, right. Just you don't know what's going to happen. Just optional obstacles, right? Obstacles. So
yeah,
sounds good. I'm in. I'm signing up. I'm in for a flamethrower match. Yeah. Yep. All right. I feel like we should ask Mike our regular questions, but we already asked him. I don't even have a follow closed down question for him. Yeah. Cool. So, Mike, why don't you hype it a little bit for us? Give the people the contact information, how they can find you guys, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So, I mean, we do a lot of our work on Instagram, Regional Combat Sports, RCS Promotions on Instagram. The kickboxing is Regional Kickboxing on Instagram, and the grappling is RCS Sub Only, SUBONLY. So, if you want to find. Really, our pay-per-view information is going to be on the RCS Promotions page. Our kickboxing smokers will be on the Regional Kickboxing page, and our sub-only tournaments will be on the sub-only page, just to keep it clear for everyone, going forward in the future. We are looking at doing a 4-man, Manteleone $500 winner-take-all, absolute kind of bracket coming up, maybe next month. Anyone interested in that? We're looking high level, absolute expert level guys that want to come in and really try to take people's heads off for $500. We're going to do a 4-man bracket on that next month. And we're going to be doing a Providence High Rollers event in May. We're going to be doing an 8-man High Rollers bracket, and we're working out with some local dispensaries and growers to get some product for the winners. We're going to try to hook the top 3 guys up with either smoking accessories, an accessories package, or actual, flour for first place.
Not a bad
So that'll
gift.
be cool.
Yeah.
So that's some other stuff we have going on, kind of behind the scenes. That's going to be more video production versus live show.
Sweet.
And then, of course, you can follow me at Big Fight Mike. I just piggyback off a lot of the stuff Nick does on social. When people can't reach him, a lot of times they message me too for information.
Cool. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, no problem.
We have anything we need to hit on?
I don't think so. Appreciate Mike's time from taken away from scrubbing his dirty floors and getting the place cleaned up.
That's right. Look at that.
Scrubbing walls. As you can see, the mop bucket there. We're on to paint. So one thing at a time.
Step
I'm
2.
working my way through the list here.
Yep.
Been there.
Yep. Cool, Mike. Thanks, man. Congratulations on everything. We're looking forward to what's next for you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. I'm going to make it out and train soon. I promise.
Yeah. We'll see you then. See you, dude.
Have a good night.
You too.